The big thing I hear in the debate between dogs and cats always is that cats don't really want to be there. They are just using you for food, pets sometimes, and shelter. Today I'm going to debunk that fully. I have a bunch of studies and facts of, cats really want you to be their owner. They really love you and things like that. So buckle in. Lastly, I want to give a shout out to my dog Buttercup and my cat Timmy that both sadly passed away last year and are the reason I'm making this channel. And then also a comment which number relates to you or which couple numbers in the list relate to you. I'm doing a little study on how many people really relate with. And yeah, thank you. Enjoy the video. Consider subscribing if you are a pet lover and want to continue, getting pet videos. Thank you. Your cat knows its name and it ignores it anyway. You've seen this exact thing. You say the name across the room, one ear swivels back, nothing else moves. That ear is the whole answer. Play a cat 4 nonsense words with the same length and rhythm as its name, one after another, and it stops reacting. Bored. Then play the actual name, and something switches back on. Ear, flick, head turn, tail twitch, so the name means something. It just isn't a command. Dogs were shaped over thousands of years to come when called. Cats mostly moved in on their own terms and kept them. The ear is your acknowledgement. Take the ear. It picked your voice out of a lineup and didn't move. Play a cat recordings of strangers calling its name, then its owner calling its name, and the ears and head move noticeably more for the owner. Same words, different person, it knows. It just doesn't come running. Recognition and obedience were never the same thing. 2 and 3 cats are securely attached to you. Here's how that gets measured. You sit in an unfamiliar room with your cat for 2 minutes. You leave. 2 minutes alone. Then you walk back in, and what matters is only what happens in those first seconds. A securely attached cat greets you, then goes back to sniffing the corners of the room. You came back, so the room is fine now. An insecure one either won't let go of your ankles or won't come off the wall. Roughly 64% land in the secure group. That is almost exactly the proportion you see when the same test is run on human babies. And here's the part that gets skipped. This didn't budge much after weeks of training and socializing. It isn't a trick you teach. It's a relationship, and it's already formed. Your cat would rather have you than food. This got tested properly. Cats spent time alone, then were offered 4 options: their favorite food, a toy, a smell to investigate, and a person who'd interact with them. Most cats picked the person. Food came second. Toys, embarrassingly for the toy industry, came nowhere, and it held for cats in shelters, not just pampered house cats with a good thing going. So the next time somebody tells you your cat only wants dinner, remember it was offered dinner and chose the human. The slow blink is a sentence and it works both ways. You know the look. Half closed eyes, then a long, lazy blink across the room at you. When people were asked to sit with cats and do exactly that, narrow the eyes, hold, blink slowly. The cat slow blinked back, significantly more often than when the person just sat there neutrally. And then something better happened. When a stranger slow blinked first and afterwards held out a flat hand, the cats were more likely to approach it. Blinking is how you say you're not a threat, because in a fight, nobody closes their eyes. Your cat has been offering you that sentence for years. Most owners never learn to reply. Your cat learned to cry in your frequency. There's a specific purr cats use when they want something. A normal purr with a high, thin cry folded inside it, sitting near the pitch range of a human infant's cry. Play it to people, and they rate it as urgent and slightly unpleasant. Cats don't use it on each other. It's aimed at you, and it works, which is why they kept it. It checks your face before it decides. Put something strange in a room. An electric fan with ribbons flapping off it. And watch what the cat does first. It looks at you. Most cats did, and quickly. Then the owner was told to either sound cheerful about the thing or sound afraid of it. The cats behaved differently depending on which one they got. The ones whose person sounded frightened spent more time looking back and forth between the owner and the fan, and more of them headed for the exit. So when something crashes in your kitchen and your cat's eyes go straight to you, that's not fear. That's a question. It meows at you and almost never at other cats. Watch a colony of adult cats sometime. They hiss, they yowl over territory, they go quiet. The everyday conversational meow barely appears. That sound is a thing your cat mostly does at humans. You are the audience it wrote the material for. Your cat headbutts you to make you smell like family. That press of the forehead into your shin, the cheek dragged along your knuckles, there are scent glands on the face, and it's leaving them on you. Cats who live together do the same thing to each other, rubbing and mixing scents until the whole group carries one shared smell. It's how you tell who belongs. So when you come home from somewhere else and get worked over head to ankle, you're being put back in the group. You'd been out, you smelled wrong. Your cat's personality is partly yours. Thousands of owners filled out personality questionnaires about themselves, then described their cats. The patterns were hard to miss. Owners scoring high on neuroticism, the anxious, easily rattled end, reported cats with more behavior problems, more anxiety, more stress related conditions. Owners who scored high on being outgoing and agreeable reported cats that were more sociable and more relaxed. Nobody can tell you which way the arrow points from a survey. Maybe a difficult cat makes you anxious. But cats read tension the way they read weather, and you're the climate they live in. If your cat has been jumpy lately, it's worth asking honestly what the last few months in your house have sounded like. It knows your timetable better than you do. Feed a cat at the same hour every day and it starts turning up early. Not at the sound of the tin before it. Pacing, sitting by the bowl, staring at the door 20 minutes out. Change your shifts and watch the confusion for a week or so, then watch the new schedule get learned. You are the most predictable thing in your cat's life, and it has you memorized. It notices when you leave, and some cats genuinely fall apart. When owners were surveyed about what their cats do during longer absences, around 13% showed at least one separation related sign: destructiveness, nonstop vocalizing, going to the toilet outside the tray, aggression on return. And in the lab, cats left alone in a strange room did something small and telling. They stretched and paced more when they were on their own than when their owner was sitting there. Nobody would call that indifference in a dog. We only call it independence in cats because we decided in advance that's what cats are. It can read your face, but mostly only yours. Cats were shown photographs of a happy human face and an angry one side by side. With their own owner's face, they behaved differently toward the two, leaning toward the happy one, treating the angry one with more caution. With photos of strangers, they were basically at chance. They hadn't learned faces, they'd learned your face, which means every scowl, every soft look, every time you came in the door, already annoyed about something else. It went into the file. Your cat never grew up, and that's because of you. Look at the list of things it does when you walk in. Trotting over with the tail straight up, kneading your leg with alternating paws, purring while pressed against something warm, rubbing its face on you. Every one of those is kitten behavior, aimed at a mother cat. Feral adult cats mostly leave that behind. Yours didn't. It kept the full kitten repertoire, and it kept it exclusively for humans. That isn't confusion about what you are. It's what domestication actually did. It kept cats socially young around us. So a fully grown predator that could live alone perfectly well instead chooses to come and knead your thigh at 11 at night. You are not just the person with the tin opener. You're the one thing it never stopped being a kitten around.